It is Wednesday, June 17th, and welcome to CONCACAF Video Signals. Today on Video Signals, the CONCACAF Champions League is already gearing up for a July start. We'll have news for you from the Team Summit. The CONCACAF Beach Soccer Championship starts today. We'll take a look at what's on tap in Puerto Vallarta. Let's go on a trip around the Confederation, plus we have the CONCACAF Quiz. We start with the CONCACAF Champions League, where the annual Team Summit was held on Monday and yesterday at the Intercontinental Hotel in Miami. The meeting was staged to give team representatives any and all information regarding tournament protocols, procedures, planning, and requirements. In addition to the summit, the schedule for the competition's 8 preliminary round, 2-leg series was released in Miami as well. It all kicks off on July 28th with 3 games. The USA's DC United host Chalatenango of El Salvador. The Puerto Rico Islanders will travel to Canada to face either the Vancouver Whitecaps or Toronto FC. And Guatemala's Jalapa welcomes Pachuca of Mexico. There are 2 games on the 29th, as San Juan Jablote of Trinidad visits Panama's San Francisco. And Real España of Honduras pays a visit to Costa Rica's Liberia. To complete first leg play on July 30th, W Connection of Trinidad takes on the visiting New York Red Bulls. Cruz Azul welcomes Costa Rica's Herediano to Mexico City. And Olimpia of Honduras opens their doors to Panama's Árabe Unido. The winners of the 2-leg series advance to the group stage, which begins on August 18th. The Canadian representative for the Champions League will be decided tomorrow, when Toronto FC travels to face the already eliminated Montreal Impact in the Neutralite Canadian Championship. The Vancouver Whitecaps top the table with 9 points, while Toronto has 6. Toronto must beat Montreal by 4 goals to win the title and set up an opening round CCL series against the Puerto Rico Islanders. Toronto defender Kevin Harms, who scored in the opening game against Vancouver, is suspended. The CONCACAF Beach Soccer Championship opens today in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, with a doubleheader at the Unidad Deportivo Agustín Flores. In the opener, the United States face the Bahamas in a Group B contest, while host Mexico completes the doubleheader with a Group A tussle against Canada. The competition continues through Sunday, with the 2 top teams qualifying for the Beach Soccer World Cup in Dubai later this year. Now, let's see what's happening around the Confederation. The second game of the International Futsal Series between visiting Guatemala and Spain was canceled yesterday, when severe storms made it impossible for the encounter to be played. There was no further information available on whether the game will be rescheduled or not. The U.S. returns to action in the FIFA Confederations Cup tomorrow against Brazil at Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria. The Stars and Stripes will attempt to bounce back from a 3-1 opening game loss against World Cup champion Italy. Midfielder Ricardo Clark is suspended for the match following his red card against the Italians. The U.S. has 1 win and 12 losses in 13 all-time meetings against the Brazilians. And that completes our trip around the Confederation. Now it is time for today's CONCACAF Quiz. Yesterday, we asked you to name the national team for which Eduardo Bennett played. Our thanks to everyone who responded. Bennett played for Honduras and has scored 7 Gold Cup goals. We stay with the Gold Cup for today's question. Can you name the player who has scored the most all-time goals for Costa Rica in the CONCACAF Gold Cup? If you think you know the answer, please send an email to videosignals@concacaf.org by 12 p.m. New York time tomorrow. All those answering correctly will have their names placed into a weekly contest, where the winner will receive a CONCACAF prize. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us at Video Signals, your source for CONCACAF news.